Am I overreacting for considering divorcing my wife so I don't ruin my own life? My wife, 30 female, and I, 32 male, have been married for a little over 4 years. We don't have kids, we rent a townhouse, and we've been trying to save up for a house ever since we got married. I make about $52K a year, and she makes around $43K, so we have never exactly been rolling in money. We have managed to save about $14,000, which felt like we were finally making progress until about 6 weeks ago. She was driving home from work and admitted afterward that she was reading and replying to a text. She drifted off the road, went through a wooden fence, and crashed into a tree on a historic private estate. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt, just a broken wrist and a concussion. At the time, we both thought the worst part would be replacing the fence and dealing with higher insurance premiums. I even remember telling her, at least it wasn't another car. Turns out, it would have been cheaper if it had been another car. The tree she hit was a mature Franklin tree. Before this happened, I had never even heard of one, but apparently they are incredibly uncommon because the species has been extinct in the wild for over 200 years. Every Franklin tree alive today comes from cultivated descendants, and this particular one had been planted decades ago as part of the estate's restoration gardens. The owners had documentation showing when it was planted, yearly inspections from a certified arborist, and previous appraisals because it was considered one of the property's specimen trees. Their attorney hired another consulting arborist who valued it using something called the trunk formula method, which our attorney says is a legitimate appraisal method that's actually used in court for mature ornamental trees that can't realistically be replaced. The appraisal came back at just under $145,000 once they factored in the loss of the tree, removal, restoration of the landscape, and replacing it with the largest viable cultivated Franklin tree available. I thought the numbers sounded completely insane until our attorney explained that while we'll almost certainly argue over the final amount, the methodology itself is recognized and a judge isn't going to let them out of court just because it's only a tree. Here's where things get really bad. My wife's auto policy only has $50,000 in property damage liability coverage. The insurance company is providing a lawyer and will pay up to that limit. But if the case settles anywhere close to what they are asking, we would personally be on the hook for close to $95,000, plus whatever interest occurs if we can't pay it immediately. We don't own a house, we don't have wealthy parents who can bail us out, and we don't have anywhere close to that kind of money. Our attorney has been pretty blunt that because she admitted she was texting while driving, there's really no argument over who caused the damage. The only thing left to fight over is how much it's worth. Ever since that meeting, I've been stuck in my own head. I love my wife. I know she didn't wake up intending to ruin someone's property, and she feels absolutely horrible about what happened. She cries about it all the time and keeps saying she destroyed our future over a text that could have waited. But at the same time, she kind of did. This wasn't black ice or a tire blowout or another driver hitting her. She made a conscious decision to look at her phone, and now we are staring down a debt that's literally bigger than either of our annual salaries. The thought that keeps creeping into my head is whether I should leave before this financially buries both of us for the next decade. I know marriage is supposed to mean sticking together when things get hard, but I honestly don't know if I can willingly sign up for years of struggling because of something so completely avoidable. Part of me feels like I would be abandoning my wife at the lowest point in her life. Other part of me keeps thinking that one person's reckless decision shouldn't automatically become the other person's burden forever. She has no idea I have even had these thoughts. Right now, she's just hoping the lawyers can negotiate the amount down, while I'm lying awake wondering whether one text message permanently changed the course of both of our lives. Am I overreacting?